Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Time for Tidbit Tuesdays. So this week, I want to talk a little bit about reviewing your coverage every year and why this is important and why it's important who your broker is. So just recently, I had a small group, husband-wife group, that put coverage in place about 3 years ago and had a broker that set everything up. They have never heard from this broker again, even though the renewal comes up every year. The insurance company just told them how much their premium was and they paid it. They didn't realize that they should reach out to the broker. They just thought, well, it's what it costs and we need to pay it. So I did an evaluation. They saw a lot of information from all my Facebook stuff, and they called me, and I was able to look at what they were paying, and yes, they were paying a lot. They were paying for just husband, wife, and one child. They were paying $2,300 a month with a company that is known for being very expensive. Don't know why it was set up on this plan. Talk to them about their needs, got a list of their doctors, and ran some quotes, and I was able to save them $1,000 a month in premium. That's $12,000 for the year. And why is that? Because we switched the type of plan they had. Just so happened they did have a PPO, but they had a zero deductible PPO. They're both healthy. And I'm like, why do you have a zero deductible PPO? Because you're going to pay a whole lot of money for that and you're not even using it. Yes, everyone loves to have great coverage if something bad happens, but what are the odds of that happening? We have to weigh those risks. So having talked to them, having many conversations, I actually switched them to a HMO plan because their doctors were already in network. So why do you need a PPO if your doctors are already in network with an HMO? They don't go see specialists. Yes, you do need a referral from your primary care if you have an HMO to go to a specialist, but that's not a big deal. If you already have a great relationship with your primary care, you see them often, getting a referral is not a big deal. Sometimes they want to see you. You could do a teledoc visit if the issue's not been addressed, because legally they do need that documentation in order to refer you, but it's not a big deal. And so they've opted to try the HMO for the year, see how they like it. If not, then we'll switch them next year. So every year when you're my client and your policies are up for renewal, especially groups, 90 days out, I'm going to look and see what the choices are, check with the client, see if they're happy with the coverage they had, see if their needs have changed, because sometimes we do need to switch coverage depending on what their situation is. So I do all that. I'm very thorough, and it really blows my mind that this particular broker lost this business because he never reached out to them again. Never, he made the sale, which I hate that word, but he made the sale, or she, I don't know if it was a he or she, made the sale and, just sat back and collected the commission. I don't do that. I make sure that people have the right coverage. They see my newsletter once a month. I send out cards once a quarter saying, hey, it's springtime. Aren't you glad? Happy New Year, those kinds of things. So I reach out to my clients. People can access me by email, by text, all those things. I provide truly personalized service. It is just me, so you always get me when you call. If I'm on the phone with another client, I always ask you leave a message. I will call you back. Sometimes if I'm in with a client, you can text me. I might see that sooner than a voicemail, because voicemails seem to do weird things sometimes and don't show up till much later. But I try to be as accessible as possible to my clients. So if you know someone that is a husband-wife group, they have a corporation, they're employees of their corporation, we can certainly review what coverages they have. If they've never heard from their broker again since the sale, those are the people I want to help, because more than likely they are paying way too much for coverage. And I feel like I can talk intelligently to them, figure out their needs, get lists of their doctors, their medications, and just guide them and give them some choices. They can still choose to keep the existing plan, or we can choose to go another route. So hop on over to my page, JCAP Consulting, and you can book an appointment with me there for a 30-minute consultation, no cost to you. And then I'll evaluate what you have, see what we can do, and then go from there. Till next week, peace out.